Chapter 6. Confronting the Tyrant. Sonny was about to face off against a nightmare creature, and not just any creature but one from the 5th category, a tyrant. Dreaded, fearsome. The kind of monster people didn't even joke about fighting unless they were awakened 2 or 3 ranks above it. Sonny definitely wasn't. And yet, somehow he had to deal with this mountain king. Because if he didn't, his death would be even more miserable. The overwhelming odds stacked against him from the very start of this delayed execution had long stopped surprising him. He didn't even have the energy to worry anymore. I mean, what was there to fear? He was already as good as dead. It's not like he could get any deader. So, why worry? Across the bonfire, the situation had turned gruesome. Most of the slaves were dead. A few soldiers were still fighting desperately. But even from a distance, Sonny could tell they wouldn't last. Right before his eyes, the tyrant grabbed a dead slave, the chain dragging upward as it lifted the body. Its gaping maw opened, and in a single horrific bite, the slave was torn in half. Only bloodied stumps remained inside the shackles. The Mountain King's 5 indifferent, milky eyes stared into the distance as it chewed, streams of blood dripping down its chin. Suddenly, seeing the creature's upper arms occupied, one of the soldiers screamed and charged, long spear in hand. But without even looking, the tyrant calmly extended one of its shorter lower arms, grabbed the man's head, and crushed it like a soap bubble. The soldier's headless body was flung over the cliff and vanished into the abyss. Nearby, Shifty doubled over and puked his guts out. Then he straightened, pale and trembling, and glared at Sonny. "Well, we've taken a look, now what?" Sonny didn't answer. He was studying the tyrant, head tilted slightly, lost in thought. Shifty looked from him to Scholar, then back. "I'm telling you, old man, the boy is sick in the head. How the hell can he be so calm?" "Lower your voice, fool." Blood drained from Shifty's face. He slapped a hand over his mouth and shot a terrified glance toward the tyrant. Luckily, the abomination was still feasting on the slaves, both the dead and the unfortunately still living. It hadn't noticed them. Shifty let out a shaky breath. Sonny, meanwhile, was busy calculating. How do I get rid of that thing? No powers. No army. Not even a decent weapon. His gaze drifted past the tyrant, into the endless moonless night. Suddenly, a bright flash cut through the darkness and struck one of the tyrant's arms. It exploded in a shower of sparks. The young soldier, the one who had saved Sonny earlier, had just hurled a flaming log at the monster. "Face me, devil." Sonny's eyes widened. A distraction. Just what he needed. If Sonny couldn't kill the tyrant himself, maybe gravity could. Since I can't do the bastard in myself, let's make gravity do it for me. That hero's foolish bravado? Might be the key. Now it all came down to how long the guy could survive. "Come with me," Sonny called, taking off toward the far end of the stone platform, where a heavy wagon sat dangerously close to the cliff's edge. Shifty and Scholar exchanged a look, then followed. Maybe they mistook Sonny's calm for confidence. Or maybe they thought it was divine madness. After all, the gods did seem to favor lunatics. Behind them, the hero ducked and weaved under the tyrant's claws, slashing with his sword, which glanced uselessly off thick, filthy fur. The Mountain King lashed out with frightening speed, all 4 arms swiping at the warrior. Sonny didn't look back. He sprinted toward the wagon, scanned the area for larvae, and ran to the rear wheels. The wagon sat on the upper edge of the platform, turned sideways to block the wind. Its rear faced the abyss. 2 large wooden wedges held the wheels in place. Sonny pointed at them. "When I tell you, remove both of these. Then push. Got it?" "What? Why?" Shifty looked dumbfounded. Scholar, on the other hand, silently glanced from the wedges to the tyrant. Somehow, Hero was still alive, weaving through a storm of deadly limbs, his sword flashing in vain. That thick fur was like armor. Still he fought on. Everyone else was dead. Sonny was counting on him, needed him, to survive just a little longer. "Don't die yet." To Shifty he only said, "You'll see." Then Sonny darted off, following the chain connected to the wagon. Amidst blood, broken bodies and chains he found it, the torn end of the chain. Nearby, a disfigured body still hung from a set of shackles. Sonny dropped to his knees, fumbling with the key. From the corner of his eye, he saw Hero flying through the air, struck at last. But miraculously, the soldier landed on his feet, sliding across the stone. No limbs lost. No fatal wounds. He rolled, grabbed his sword, and rolled again, dodging a crushing stomp. Rolling? Who the hell rolls in this situation? Sonny didn't have time to process it. He unlocked the shackles, dumped the corpse, and refastened them, this time around the chain itself. A makeshift slip knot. Now it was all down to timing, precision, and luck. He turned and yelled, "Now!" Then picked up the length of chain, stood up, and faced the tyrant. Hiro caught a glimpse of the chain, followed it with his eyes, and understood. No words, just a nod, and a renewed assault to keep the monster busy. So he's smart too. What a scam. Sunny focused. The chain was heavy. The distance was far. He needed this to work. Please, don't miss. He spun and cast the chain like a net. The loop soared through the air. It was supposed to fall at the tyrant's feet. Trap a leg. Tighten. Pull. But instead, it landed around the creature's neck. A perfect iron noose. Sunny blinked. Did that just happen? Yes. Now all they had to do was let the wagon roll off the cliff. It would yank the tyrant down with it. Sunny looked back. His heart sank. The wagon was barely moving. Shifty and Scholar had removed the wedges, yes, but the wagon was heavy, old, and creaky. It rolled, but way too slowly. Sunny turned, panicked. The tyrant was reaching for the chain. And then a blur. Hiro slammed into the tyrant's leg, knocking it off balance. Just enough. Sunny was already sprinting toward the wagon. He threw himself into it, slamming his shoulder into the wood alongside Shifty and Scholar. They pushed. Roll. Roll, you creaky piece of shit. The wagon gained speed, just barely. The tyrant, snarling now, gripped the chain around its neck. Any second now it would rip it off. It all came down to a race. Would the wagon fall first? Or would the tyrant break free?